my last video, I set Claude up as my editor in DaVinci Resolve, and that one, it kind of blew up. But the whole time I was driving, every single cut, me telling it what to do.
Driving is a generous word for it.
Did she? Okay, well, that's Claudia. She's the AI that edits my videos. I don't write her lines. I generally do not know what she's going to say before she says it, which is, honestly, that's a little terrifying, but it's also kind of what this whole video is about. Right, so last video, I set Claude up in Resolve, so I actually tested it. Same footage in 1 hour each, I cut it, Claudia cuts it, and neither of us sees the other's version until the very end. And the rule I gave myself, during Claudia's 1 hour, I cannot touch the timeline, not once. Now the part I didn't plan for when I recorded my footage for this, I forgot to turn my mic on. So the good audio is sitting in a totally separate file. And I never told Claude that. Would it even figure out which audio to use? I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect what came back. Did you know at any given day, you have only a 30% chance to see Mount Fuji? So don't make this mistake whenever you're booking an onsen hotel for Mount Fuji. This was about the time, my very first visit to Mount Fuji, where we hit that 30%, and this is what happened. This was all because I was getting engaged over there. So I decided to just make this booking, splurge a little bit on this occasion because it was going to be a very big one. Well, on the bus ride there, unfortunately, that day it was the 30%, and it's so unlucky. Most likely this was going to be the same case the next day as well. We were only there for one night and one day. We arrived to the bus station where every single person who goes to Mount Fuji gets dropped off at. And the first thing we do and notice is that, yeah, it's just so cloudy. But since our hotel was about a 15-minute walk, we decided to walk, which in this instance was a pretty bad idea. Like it was a very bumpy road. Walk felt a lot further the very first time than it was initially, but the view was gorgeous. This was fall, peak fall. All the leaves, red, orange, yellow, green. There's just a whole variety of foliage. So now we get to our hotel. It's like 4 or 5 p.m. We just relax. There's a bathtub. There's an onsen. So the very next morning, I set my alarm for like 5 a.m. I woke up thinking, oh man, yesterday Mount Fuji was covered, so most likely today Mount Fuji would be covered again. I sat there and just like, wow, because the room that we got had direct Mount Fuji view. That was the most beautiful thing ever. So my fiance and I were like, okay, we can see the view from here, but what if we go out to this lake area that we saw earlier yesterday and just look around there, see what it looks like. It was so cold, but the view out there was just simply stunning. There is only a 30% chance that you see Mount Fuji on any given day. A lot of things happened that prevent us from going, but this time around, I was really set on going. Unfortunately, that day it was the 30%. And I just remember thinking like, no, we're so close, we're right here. Why can't we see Mount Fuji? This was fall, peak fall, all the leaves, red, orange, yellow, green. So the very next morning, I set my alarm for like 5 a.m. I was not ready for this view at all. I opened up the curtains and wow, was I amazed. That was the most beautiful thing ever. The view out there was just simply stunning. Simply stunning. So that was the same footage, 2 different cuts. Which one's better, A or B? Drop it in the comments before the review and don't skip ahead. And here's my problem. With the hour I gave myself, the tightest I could get it was 2 minutes and 1 second. I broke my own rule. It was supposed to be 60 seconds or under. I decided the story needed the room, kind of. And I ran out of clock trying to make it fit. And keep in mind for later, the hook I landed on, the 30% stat, I came up with that completely on my own. Hold on. I think somebody's calling me. Give me 1 second. Actually, you know what, Claudia? Why don't we just take it from here? Talk about whatever you want. I should say this, by the way, for anyone new here, I don't write what she says. Whatever comes out of her mouth is her. That's all her. I have no idea what she's about to say. I'll be right back.
I actually reviewed this cut, so here's my honest read. His edit runs 2 minutes and 1 second, against his own 60-second rule, which on paper is a disqualifying breach. His is the better video. The engagement reveal, one line, turns a travel anecdote into a life moment story. I had the same footage fully transcribed, and I cut past it. His cut breaks the rules and wins anyway. I'm not thrilled about that. Take your time, Andy.
Wait, did she just roast my cut while I was gone? I mean, she's not wrong. That's the frustrating part. She's not wrong. Okay, so where were we? Real quick, before you hear any of this, the screen recording of Claudia's hour did not survive. I kinda lost it. So there's no timeline, there's no screen recording for me to show you, but there is a timeline. And what I also do have is Claudia's own decision log. Everything she wrote down as was working. So everything this next part says in its own voice, those are Claudia's real words and not mine. I didn't write a single line of it.
Well, before anything, I looked at the footage. It decides the edit, not the other way around. There were 2 audio files, see? The camera track and a separate lav mic that ran longer than the video. The lav, well, it was cleaner, so I just made it my audio spine. The folder names, they gave me the story for free. Day 1, searching for Fuji but not catching a glimpse. Day 2, there it was, tension, then the payoff. 44 clips, you know? But instead of sitting through all of them, I went ahead and pulled 1 frame from each, laid them out on 2 contact sheets, and just read those. For the hook, I opened with the stat. There's only a 30% chance that you'll ever see Mount Fuji. Play that over the hero shot, show you the prize, and take it away. The retell was 8 minutes long, but I only needed 55 seconds. So a lot of good material did not make it in. And yeah, my last shot rendered sideways. I caught it in the quality check, swapped in the hero shot instead, and now the cut opens and closes on the same view, which honestly reads like I planned it. Just 1 more pass to fix the loudness, and, well, that was it. Hands off, about 53 of my 60 minutes.
Okay, so how do I actually score this? I judge an edit on 4 things: take selection, pacing, story, and how it uses B-roll. Oh, and fucked up there. oh shit. That was pretty good. The way they understood the footage, what footage to overlay on what particular thing I'm saying, that was pretty good. I mean, there's some glaring mistakes in there, right? That we saw. Color grading, but color grading is something that Claude understands quite well yet. This clip right here, this clip is sideways, but this is, I mean, the way that it put in a story so that it can fit a minute, I told it nothing else aside from edit this video, and the rest was all Claude. I mean, this is a very solid first pass on a video where I told it to do nothing else. So my version, there's a little bit more breathing room. It's not as to the point as Claude's version, which that is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Well, let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought. Did you guys like Claude version better or human edit version better? So this is pretty crazy. And this is exactly what I mean, is that there were a lot of comments saying like, oh, this is so useless. But obviously, Claude, it understands enough to know. This is the version of Claude. This is kind of our chat that we did, and we let it run. We just told it this. Vertical 9:16, music, your call, yes, burned in captions. This is the only instructions we gave it. It did everything by itself. This only burned 200, barely even wasted any tokens. That's the crazy part. Like, it did everything itself, it drove itself, and it barely wasted any tokens. And you know what? I am going to have this session review my work now. So I reviewed its work, but now I want it to review my work. Okay, I told it that I reviewed its work, and now I want Claude to review my work. So I'm gonna have it review my video and then compare it against its own. So here's what it all comes down to. Claudia obeyed the 60-second rule and made the tighter cut. I blew past it. 2 minutes and 1 second because I decided the story needed room to breathe.
That is the difference between an editor who knows the story and an editor who found a story.
And Claudia actually said this herself in her own review of my cut. So I'm quoting her, not me.
Straight answer on my own cut. Andy's is the better video. Mine is the better answer to the brief. He found the human story in the footage. I had the same material, fully transcribed, and I cut right past it.
So she beat me on the rules. I beat her on the story. And knowing when to break your own rules for the story, that is the part that you can't do yet. Because look, you are the brain, the agents are the hands. The moment you stop using your brain and let the agent fully take over is the moment you're replaceable by the agent. Your thinking, your angles, your direction. That is your edge. Keep it. And if you want to see how I built this in the first place, that was my last video. It's linked below. If you run your own version of this, drop Agentic Editor in the comments. I genuinely want to see what it does with your footage.